So today I'm going to start chapter adsorption and colloids, and in today's video I am going to tell you about adsorption, its reason, then the difference between adsorption and absorption and types of adsorption. So let's start. Adsorption. Let's start with example. Let's take one example. You have taken out one water bottle from your refrigerator and you have kept that bottle on table for some time. After some time you will see the water vapors is seen to condense on the outer surface of the bottle, forming a droplets or maybe a film. Here what had happened? The water molecules from the air get adsorbed on the surface, and this phenomena is called as adsorption. So I can say that the accumulation of molecular species at the surface rather than in the bulk of the solid or liquid is termed as adsorption. I can say that the molecular forces at the surface of liquid are unbalanced or in unsaturated state. In solids, the ions or molecules at the surface of crystal do not have their forces satisfied by the close contact of other particles because the force remain unbalanced. So I can say because of the unsaturated solid and liquid surfaces tend to attract gases or dissolved substance with which they came in close contact, and that substance accumulate on the surface of solid or liquid. Now the material or the substance present in a bulk on the surface of which adsorption take place is called adsorbent, and the substance which is getting adsorbed is called as adsorbate. Adsorbate used to adsorb on adsorbent. This is what we need to remember. Now, reason of adsorption. The adsorption phenomena is caused by dispersion forces. These are the short range and additive. These are additive. The adsorption force is the sum of all the interaction between all the atoms. The pulling interaction causes the surface of liquid to tighten like an elastic film, and a measure of elastic force at the surface of liquid is called surface tension. I can say here the surface tension is the amount of energy required to stretch or increase the surface of a liquid by unit area. There is a tendency to have minimum surface area, that is decrease of the free energy, which leads to adsorption. Now what all are the examples of adsorption? For example, if you have a gas like oxygen, hydrogen, carbon monoxide, chlorine gas, ammonia or sulfur dioxide, if it is taken in closed vessel and containing powdered charcoal which is acting as adsorbent, these gases will be adsorbed over the powdered charcoal. Another example, in a solution of organic dye, let's say I have taken one dimethylene blue, and when animal charcoal is added, which is absorbent, and the solution is well shaken, it is observed that the filtrate turn colorless. The molecules of dye accumulate on the surface of charcoal. That means the molecules are adsorbed on animal charcoal. Another example, the air become dry in presence of silica gel, which you used to see in the shoebox, in the branded items like bottles or anything which is having the moisture free content inside the bottle. The silica gel pouches used to be added, and silica gel used to adsorb water molecule. What had happened in silica gel? Silica gel will act as adsorbent and water molecule will act as adsorbate. Now one term is desorption. Desorption is the process of removing an adsorbed surface from the surface on which it is adsorbed. That means the removal of adsorbate from adsorbent is called desorption. Another term, sorption. Let's understand with the example, like when a chalk is dipped in ink, the ink molecule are adsorbed at the surface of chalk and the surface become colored, while the solvent of ink goes deeper into the chalk due to the absorption. So, when both the processes like adsorption and absorption are happening simultaneously, then it is known as sorption. Now, difference between adsorption and absorption. Adsorption. Adsorption matter is concentrated only at the surface. It does not penetrate through the surface to the bulk of the adsorbent. It is a surface phenomena. Absorption is a bulk phenomena. Absorbed matter is uniformly distributed inside as well as at the surface of the bulk substance. In adsorption, the concentration of adsorbate is high only at the surface. In absorption, the concentration of a substance which is getting absorbed, it is uniform throughout. Adsorption is adsorption is dependent on temperature and pressure. Absorption is independent of temperature and pressure. Adsorption is accompanied by evolution of heat. We can say it is exothermic process, and the heat evolved is called as heat of adsorption. Absorption, it is not accompanied by any evolution or any kind of heat. Adsorption depends on the surface area. Absorption is independent of the surface area. Now we will talk about types of adsorption. There are mainly two types of adsorption of gases on solids. If accumulation of gases on the surface of solid occurs on account of weak van der Waals forces, the adsorption is termed as physical adsorption or physisorption. And when the gas molecules or atoms are held to solid surface by chemical bonds, the adsorption will be called as chemical adsorption or chemisorption. In physical adsorption, what happened? The van der Waals forces which used to form in between the adsorbate and adsorbent are similar to the forces causing condensation of gas into liquid, and heat is released in physical adsorption process. The heat released during physical adsorption is the same order of magnitude as the heat of condensation. We can say due to weak nature of van der Waals forces in physical adsorption is also a weak in nature. The adsorbed gas or adsorbate used to form several layers on the molecule of adsorbent at high pressure. The extent of adsorption is large at low temperature. So I can say here the physical adsorption is readily reversed by lowering the pressure of the gas or by raising temperature. Now, if I talk about chemical adsorption, when a gas molecule accumulate on the surface of solid by means of chemical bond, this chemical bond may be ionic, may be covalent. Chemical adsorption occurs. It is specific in nature. Chemical adsorption involving gas solid as adsorbate and adsorbent, it is exothermic process. And I can say here there is one exception. The adsorption of hydrogen on glass is endothermic. This is due to the dissociation of hydrogen. Generally, the heat evolved in chemisorption per molecule of adsorbate is nearly the same order of magnitude as that accompanying chemical bonding. Chemisorption involves a high amount of energy of activation, and this energy is referred as activated adsorption. Chemisorption increases with increase in temperature in the beginning, as the number of molecules can have activation energy, but after certain temperature, chemisorption decreases with increase in temperature and the chemical bonds would break. Sometimes at low temperature, physical absorption occurs which passes into the chemical adsorption. I am repeating, sometimes at low temperature, physisorption occurs which passes into chemisorption as the temperature raised. Besides, chemisorption is dependent on surface area of adsorbent. So, this is all about chemical and physical adsorption.